Hi, this is Marilyn, the Technology Training Specialist here at HAR. And this week's tool of the week is going to be the hot sheet reports from the Tempo MLS system. There's 3 different types of reports, and then you can also build a custom hot sheet report. So let me show you how to get in there and view these reports and keep up to date on the market. Just go to the website www.har.com, log into the HAR members area with the red icon in the center, or by clicking the link in the upper right corner, and then go ahead and log in to the members only portal site by using your own public and private ID. And then you can click the Tempo MLS link here at the top or over here to the left in the blue menu of items. Either one will take you to the same place. Once you're in Tempo, your desktop page, which is the screen shown here, might look a bit different than mine because you are able to customize that. Up here at the top, you would just simply click Reports and then Hot Sheets. It'll default to today's activity, and this is basically going to tell me what has changed since midnight of last night. So I can choose any certain criteria that I want from here. I can say look at Brazoria County, any sub-location or city that I wish, single-family homes, and then here in the Report Details category I can choose whatever criteria it is that I'm needing to pull up. For instance, properties that have come back on the market since midnight of last night, properties that have expired, properties that are brand new listings, have gone into pending, have had a price change, sold, withdrawn, or terminated in that time. Again, this is just a small time frame from midnight last night, but it can give you a great idea of what the market has done since you last ran the report. So here we are. Instantly I have a list of 9 properties that have come on the market just today alone. So if I have a buyer looking to buy, here are a few things to choose from. Now it's from all of the MLS systems, so it could be anywhere all over the city. There was no specific criteria in there other than single-family homes that are brand new listings as of midnight last night. So you can see here I have the key map, so I can see that they're kind of all over the city. This one, they all happen to fall into Area 5, which is just a coincidence. We can look at the property listing, the full agent printout, by clicking the MLS number and see all the usual data that we would see on the agent full report. And again, this report could be run to show me listings that have come back on the market since midnight of last night only. There happen to only be 3 that have come back on the market. Clicking the tab at the top takes me right back to the report page where I can put in new criteria. I can select multiple areas by holding the Shift key. I can also pick and choose by holding the Control key. So a whole range by choosing with the Shift key held down, or a handful up and down the list with spaces in between can be chosen with the Control key, just as you can do in most areas of Tempo MLS. You can also do the same with the types of properties. You can also choose multiple sub-areas in the same manner, or multiple categories of homes, the type of home, or multiple details that you would like listed. It breaks them down into those particular categories so you can see by property type, property class, property location, whatever subsets of information you've chosen. It will show those areas broken down. The next report is the Days Back report. And as the title insinuates, this can give you information on properties in the same categories, all of your same location choices, but in this case we're going back days as opposed to only midnight last night forward. We can go back a bit further in time. So I'll stick with the Southwest area, specifically in Bel Air, single-family homes that are brand new listings. And again, I have the option here to choose a date range, a beginning and an end. But if you notice here on the drop downs, it will only let me do a month's date range. So if I choose a beginning date, it automatically adjusts the ending date to be within 30 days. So I don't have a choice to go back extremely far, but I have a lot more choices than only midnight of last night. So if I chose to start with September 1st through the end of September, I could do that. And it will give me a detailed report of all of the inventory that came on the market as a new listing in the month of September. Again, this is single-family homes, new listings, only in Bel Air, the Southwest MLS area, based on the criteria I entered myself. And you can see a review of that here. I then have the choice to email listings, view the agent full, agent short, buyer full photo. I can print them or email them directly to a client, customer, or myself if I want. And as always, you can click the MLS number to view the full agent version of report from Tempo MLS. Clicking the tab up at the top here, Days Back. Again, I have the option to choose multiple items from these menus and recalculate the report, or I can change the date range to anything that's appropriate. The last report category is a custom hot sheet report. And this allows you to run the activity based on having saved some custom searches. If you've used the prospect setup, the client gateway setup within Tempo MLS, you would have had to have saved a custom search that was appropriate to that particular client. So those, as well as any custom searches that you saved and then did not attach to a client, all of those will be a choice here in the center section. So for instance, if you wanted to do a hot sheet report specific to a client, you could run that report based on the custom search name that you've given them. You could also just, in this instance here, you can see I have a search called Bel Air search. There's certain homes, certain criteria that fall in the city of Bel Air, similar to the sample that I just showed you. So I can run that search every day without having to make the choices on the Days Back tab to pick the date range, the property type, and those other types of categories. So here I could quickly just pick single family, the Bel Air search criteria, new listings, and a date range which would again be limited to about 30 days. And then you have the same choices to print this one-letter report in a printer-friendly mode, email the listings directly to a customer or prospect or yourself, or any of the standard printable formats. You can mark the boxes with a check and click Map to see where they're located on the map. You can do this in any of the hot sheet categories, so you can find out instantly where the properties are located on the map. And last but not least is the preset hot sheets format. This allows you to pick, again, the same 4 types of categories, but this has a block of time preset for you. You can see here the current section of time would be September 18th to October 2nd. You could also choose a previous segment of time from September 4th to September 18th. Again, it's a predetermined date range. So you'll get very similar results to the Days Back report that we did from September 1st to September 30th, but it's not going to include the whole month in either one of these. So again, just a current snapshot of the market is what this allows you, with all of the same printable options and email options that you have down at the bottom. One difference on this report from any other is this Save Current Date and Time. This makes a time stamp, it's called, on the hot sheet report, so that if you run the report again, it'll start from this time and date through to the next. Let me go back and show you what I mean here. On this screen, it tells me the current time segment it began with was September 18th at 3:48 p.m. through October 2nd, 3:48 p.m. So the time that I manually pushed the button and ran that report happened to have been 3:48 p.m. on that day. So I could set another timestamp for noon. If it's noon right now, I could click this Save Current Time Session. Then it would save current date and time. And then it would run the next time I came in to run a hot sheet, the time frame would begin at noon. Just another way for you to keep track almost up to the minute of what is happening in a certain area of town, in that market, and in those types of homes. I hope you have found the overview of the Tempo hot sheet reports helpful and that you'll be able to use those reports in the future. If you have any questions or would like information on this or any other HAR.com tool, please just send me an email at marilyn@har.com or call me on the phone at 713-629-1900 extension 288. And don't forget to log in again next week and check out the latest HAR Tool of the Week.